Previously on Lost. Flash forward. The Oceanic Six arrive in Honolulu. We have Jack, Kate, Saeed, Sun, Hurley, and Aaron. The six that made it to the back to the U.S. They arrive and are greeted by friends and family, or at least most of them are greeted by friends and family. Kate is left alone. Hurley realizes the kind of gravity of the situation and invites Saeed, jumped ahead there a little bit, into a tight hug by his family. And it's a warm embrace for everybody except Kate, who is left lonely, standing, holding Aaron. In a media circus, they get to a press conference, and the people at the press conference are asking them questions about their time on the island, where they confirm that they are the only survivors of the island. We know better as the viewers, but what gives? So, as another part of the flash forward, we also see that Hurley is gifted a car, which he and his father were working on together, which has finally been completed, only to find that the odometer reads 48 15, 16, 23, 42, and he frantically exits the car and runs down the street, much to his dad's chagrin. Sun takes her settlement money and purchases the controlling stake in her father's company, now officially a Korean gangster herself, although she probably will run it a little bit more ethically than her father did. We can only hope. And then, I have to look back at my notes here. Let's see. Kate claims that she gave birth to Aaron on the island. So even more lies, just lie after lie, as we hear them engage with the public. Sun blames her father for her husband Jen's death. And in the final flash forward, Jack provides a eulogy for Christian, his deceased father. Right after the ceremony, Jack gets an interesting conversation from somebody who we've seen before, a blonde Australian who introduces herself as his half-sister's mother. Oh, she doesn't quite say that, but she does reveal that Claire is Jack's half-sister. Dun, dun, dun. So enough from that flash forward. On the island, Jack and Kate are following a signal from a phone that was dropped out of a helicopter by our favorite Frank Lapidus. And they find a kind of... I'm jumping ahead of myself here. I'm sorry. They run into Sawyer in the woods, who is holding Aaron and is followed by Miles. And Kate returns to the beach with Miles and Aaron, and Jack and Sawyer go to meet Lapidus at the helicopter, and they decide to rescue Hurley, who's with Ben, the mercenaries' target, the whole reason that they're there in the first place. Saeed goes back to the beach, and arrives at the beach on the freighter Zodiac boat, informs the survivors that they must go to the freighter as soon as possible, because the mercenaries' secondary objective is to kill everybody on the island. Saeed and Kate go after Jack and Sawyer, but are captured by none other than Richard Alpert, or who I will term Mr. Goodlooking, or Mr. Eyebrows, whichever one you want to default to. Mr. doesn't know how to pass a test properly with Baby Locke from a previous episode. After unsuccessfully attempting to convince his crush, Charlotte Lewis, to leave the island, Daniel Faraday starts ferrying people to the freighter. Sun, Jen, and Aaron arrive at the boat, only to discover a bomb consisting of a large amount of C4 explosives on board. Not C2, not C3, but also not C5, C4. Lots and lots of C4 on the boat. Meanwhile, in their quest to move the island, Ben, Locke, and Hurley arrive at the Dharma Initiative Orchid Station, aptly named as it is disguised as a greenhouse. Ben sends Locke to the real part of the station and then surrenders himself to Martin Keamy, who promptly pistol whips him in the head and knocks him out, and the other mercenaries from the Kahana who previously arrived. A final montage shows the Oceanic Six and Ben in their respective predicaments. And that's the end of There's No Place Like Home, episode 1. Episode 2, which we also watched, this is a 3-parter. On the island, Jack and Sawyer meet up with Hurley and Locke at the Orchid Station. Jack and Locke do one of their classic philosophical arguments. Do we have faith? Do we have science? We can't have both because this is polarizing, and this is the only way that this is going to be entertaining, is if we're on completely opposite sides of the spectrum. And little did they know that two Americans who live in a very polarized society would be so accustomed to this that it would be super tame compared to anything that you see on Facebook as people argue about which type of olive oil you should use and whether or not seed oils are slowly killing you. They argue one more time. Can't convince Jack to stay, so Locke's like, hey, if you're not going to stay, you have to lie to everybody to protect the island. Tell them a lie. Right, so at the helicopter, Kate, Saeed, and the others free Ben by ambushing and killing the mercenaries, except for Kimi, who pretends to be dead, even though it sure looked like he was killed in that skirmish, but he wasn't, and he was faking it, because he's a monster, despite Morgan thinking he doesn't look like a monster. In return, the others allow Kate, Saeed, and the other survivors to leave the island on the helicopter. Ben returns to the Orchid, where he gets in a hidden elevator with Locke. Locke doesn't know what a flower looks like. Ben does know what a flower looks like, so we know who the master of horticulture is in this situation. It's Ben. He knows what the flower looks like, so, you know, it's not a huge surprise to me. Locke doesn't have a ton of luck with the ladies, and maybe it's because he doesn't know what a flower looks like. Inside the underground part of the Orchid Station, Ben puts everything metal that he could possibly find inside of an elevator, and Locke's like, what? And Ben's like, shut up and watch this video, and he hands him a tape. And we get to see Pierre Chang again, talking about time travel using negatively charged exotic matter. Okay? And during the tape, he's like, hey, don't put anything metal definitely in this elevator. That's going to be a huge problem. And Locke's like, Ben, did you watch the video? And Ben's like, oh, yeah, about 10,000 times, right? So he puts all that stuff in the elevator, and they hear the elevator, which they came down in, returning, because apparently it can just go back up on its own. I don't know if they sent it back up on its own or what. But either way, they're aware that they're not alone. And then the big, scary, monstrous sociopath, Kimi, emerges, and they're, Ben hides out. Kimi does some exposition and lets everybody know that he has a kill switch on him, which is essentially a wristwatch, which is tied to his heart rate, which is tied to the C4 on the boat. And if he dies, the C4 is going to go off on the boat. Okay. I should also mention that back on the boat, they've been playing around with some liquid nitrogen and stuff to freeze the battery in case this thing does go off. They're really gambling with their lives here at this point, or possibly they're gambling with their lives depending on what you think about the nature of the island, which we'll talk about in just a couple of minutes. So Kimi is walking around and he's bragging, and all of a sudden he runs into Locke, has a very brief conversation with Locke before Ben emerges from a closet and beats the piss out of him, right? And then kills him. And Locke's like, Ben, what the And Ben cuts him off and says, we don't swear on this podcast. And also, I don't give a shit about Martin Kimi, right? Yes, I did kill him. So what? Locke's like, what about the people on the freighter? And Ben's like, what about them? Right? In true Ben fashion. Just imagine shades dropping down slowly and then a cigarette appearing in his mouth. And, others by 50. So that is the end of that episode.
We're live.
Welcome to the Lost Together podcast. I'm Joe, and this is my attempt to provide a little bit of a recap. I did it in 9 minutes. 2 episodes. I think we have a pretty fair idea of what happened in those episodes, and you guys obviously have seen this.
You fucking railroaded that. You hardly took a breath.
Conservatively.
Y'all are going to have to slow the speed down to really...
I wanted it to feel manic, and so that's exactly what... hopefully it ends up that way. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. But we wanted to recap those 2 episodes quickly, do a brief discussion, and then the treat that we have for you is we're going to pause the recording, okay? We haven't watched episode 3 yet, We're going to pause the recording, and then we're going to, because I'm actually unsure how the copyright stuff works, but I'm pretty sure we can't just play the episode of Lost in the background. Otherwise, you'd see an awful lot of that on YouTube for other TV shows, and you don't see that. You see people watching clips from shows quite a lot, but not the full episode. So we're going to watch some, basically to each part of the episode where it goes and cuts to black, and then we're going to resume, do a little bit of a recap, talk a little bit about what we're seeing, and react in real time so you can see us reacting to the end of this season. Which there is, I think it's not as great, just in my opinion, the ending of season 3, we have to go back, is probably the best twist, but the ending of this season I think you're really going to like too. It's a really good ending, so I know everybody knows what I'm getting at here. Also, just as a quick note, before we get into a little bit of a discussion, we'll be watching Season 4, Episode 12, Part 3 on Disney, because it officially left Netflix, and we had watched the entire run of this show on Netflix, and it is no longer on Netflix. So I went to find it earlier, and I was like, what?
Sorry.
Okay, and it's gone. But that's okay, because Disney owns everything. And so Disney owns it, apparently. They own Hulu, which has the rights to Lost, and that's what we're watching it on. I had a little, before I get into the discussion points, I had a little semantic satiation earlier. If you're not familiar with that, that's where you say a word enough times, and it's like, suddenly it feels like it's spelled wrong, or it feels like it's not a real word or something. And I had that literally with the title of the show as I was looking for it on different streaming services, and I was like, Lost.
Lost?
And I was like...
Lost?
And then I was like, well, I know that loss is Loss, right?
Lose.
So how come Lost only has one S? Anyway.
Bless.
All right, so discussion points. Do you think the island has agency? Okay, so that's discussion point number 1. I will challenge that a little bit.
Okay.
So do you think the island has agency? We see one more confrontation between Locke and Jack. Okay. Pretty much the same
Only
one.
one forever?
We're seeing another one.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But it's similar to all the other ones that we have had. Right. So is Locke giving up on Jack here, because he's kind of like tried for the run of the show, and this time he just lets him go?
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, it's Jack or the island, and Locke's picking the island every time. Like, it's not that he's giving up on Jack, it's that he's picking the island.
Well, he was kind of trying to prove to Jack that Jack also believed for the run of the show. Remember the pushing the button and all that? Like, he was kind of trying to prove it, and now he's just like, fine, just lie.
Well, I mean, this is the critical mass. Like, what do you can be right, or you can be alive with your island. You know, you're going to pick your island.
Yeah. So let's talk about...
Also, I don't think that you gave enough credit to the way that Ben killed Kimi. That was brutal. Wasn't he stabbing him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, you killed my daughter, and it was just this gory, horrible... And I mean, he was damn near dead anyway. Ben didn't have to do all that. Like, well, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
It was rough.
So, you with Jack...
Also, imagine how far that shot up, bleeding Kimi had to walk to get to the orchid. And then how did he know how to get down there?
Sociopath.
How do you know how to get down there?
I don't know. I guess he just figured it out.
Started yanking on plants till something did something.
Well, maybe when they went in,
they left that plant knocked down, and he's very smart. So,
so you with Jack or Locke here? After everything that has occurred, you getting on are you headed back to the freighter with Jack, or are you staying on the island with Locke?
I'm gonna go home.
Well, now you know. Just like Jack. So Jack knew at this point that the people from the freighter were here to get Ben and then kill everybody else. Okay?
Yeah.
So...
I didn't think about that. I'd probably stay on the island.
Yeah, but then the people who are coming to kill everybody are already on the island.
Yeah, but that's a limited number of people.
So you basically are gambling whether or not everybody on the freighter wants to kill everybody on the island versus just the people who came back to the island.
I would assume that they would send the killers to the island. So
Right.
once they're done, we're good.
So, so you're staying with Locke then?
I would want to go home. But then you brought up the whole... But you know what? I think that Jack would take care of me because he always does take care of people. So maybe I would go home. And Saeed's on the boat. Oh, I'm getting on the boat. We're good. We're good. I'm good. I'm going home.
Yeah, I think at this point I'm still going.
Yeah.
Like I have been on this island for 108 days.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm ready to go home, honestly. So we got that. Now let's talk about, I want to get to my favorite question last, and then we'll start the episode. So, the lie that they tell. What do you think about that?
I mean, I get it because you can't come off this island and all five, because Aaron doesn't count, he can't talk, but all five of those people are going like, this is a magical island where you go and you can walk if you're lame, and you are cured of your cancer if you're riddled with it, and, you know, everybody would be vying to find that island. And, you know, Locke is like, it's the only way to protect it is if you lie. Because there's going to be a million Charles whatever, what's his name? Widmore. There's going to be a million Widmores. Do you think that Jeff Bezos would not raise hell and earth to find the Stam Island?
Yeah, but Locke says you have to lie to everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on now. I think you're not thinking this through all the way. Because I get the Jeff Bezos thing. Of course I do. I can't stand Jeff Bezos. But Elon Musk. Imagine Elon Musk getting a hold of that
Zuckerberg
island.
would stick a Facebook flag right in the middle of that island.
Elon Musk would be like, perhaps me and my AI friends can live on the island or whatever. There's a
great water source out there.
Perhaps, maybe. Anyway, so it's fine for them. I get, but you can't tell anybody. What about some like kids with cancer?
Yeah, I mean you can't like, because again, then everybody's going to be looking for this.
Yeah, but if you don't tell everybody, you know.
How are the kids going to get there?
By plane.
Who's going to drive the plane?
How does Ben get back and forth?
No, you can't tell anybody. Any secret that you want to keep, you can't tell a soul. Not nobody. The only person you can trust with a real secret that you never want anybody to know about is yourself.
That's it. 3 people can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think... I
think that it's ethical?
No.
No. But do I understand? The whole fucking point of where they're at right now, they're trying to move the island, physically move it to protect it. You think Locke's going to be like, yeah, go tell everybody about what you saw here. Polar bears. Like, no.
I don't get that last point. What?
It's a magical island. There's polar bears. Don't tell anybody.
So, is it a magical island? Or does the island have agency?
The island does not have agency, but it is touched. I mean, it's a special place.
So, why did Ben get cancer on an island that's supposed to heal you constantly?
Well, he said the island's done with me, and so, you know.
Why did Jack get appendicitis?
Maybe it's trying to humble his ass. I don't know.
But if the island's trying to humble his ass, then it has agency.
I don't know.
Isn't it funny how things just happen at exactly the right time on this island?
Yeah.
For things to work out the way they work out. Because Jack arrives to meet Locke at the Orchid. Mm-hmm. There's a period where he can arrive and it's safe. Mm-hmm. But there's a period where he can't.
Yeah.
Because of Kimi, right?
Yeah.
If he had left earlier or later, he doesn't run into Locke or he runs into Kimi.
Okay, people say everything happens for a reason, coincidence, whatever.
He was trying to leave the beach before, and then he got appendicitis.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they say that like if you get stuck behind a slow car on your way to work, it's because the powers that be are trying to keep you from a car crash later, or you just got stuck behind a slow car.
Okay. However, your analogy doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't, because you are neglecting the part where they're on an island where the opposite thing is supposed to happen. He got appendicitis on an island where it's supposed to heal you.
Mm-hmm. Well, people have died on this island. Hell.
Yeah, what I'm saying is your analogy doesn't make sense. Getting stuck behind a car.
No.
There's no guarantee. Yeah, it would make sense if it was like, in Tennessee, you never get stuck in traffic or whatever.
Because you're trying to argue about the whole agency thing, and really it's like, is there a God or is there not a God? Like, that's what I'm taking from this. Like, is the island God and making things happen the way in its plan, or is shit just going on?
Yeah, but I don't know if maybe I'm not saying it. Maybe I'm not expressing it clearly enough. So the rules of the island, all right, so to speak, are you'll be healed. Everybody gets healed on this island. Okay.
Except for the guy that died right after the plane crash, that horrible, awful death that...
Well, he got brutally hacked up. You're not immortal. I just mean that it took time for these people to heal. But they are healed. You can't, cut off somebody's head or whatever in there. Yeah, she got stabbed through her heart with a knife.
She got stabbed in the back. Kimi should have died. His ass was tore up out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the illnesses on the island are getting healed all the time.
Except for pregnancy, allegedly.
It's not illness.
It's your body treats it that way sometimes.
Yeah, and the island is trying to heal that illness, I guess, right? But my point is that what you're trying to say about the traffic thing makes absolutely no fucking sense at all.
I think our viewers will disagree with you.
I'm guessing that because they're losties and they know how the island works, that they will disagree.
Okay, well, remember the first time you saw the show, and then think about it that way, because let me let you in on a little secret, folks. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Jack developed appendicitis precisely at the right time.
Yes.
That does not vibe with your car analogy. It doesn't.
Did he get stuck behind a slow car so that he didn't die in a car wreck up the road?
No, but in your analogy, it only works. An analogy only works if it's the same on both sides. That makes it analogous.
No, it's is there agency or is there not? Either way, you're stuck behind a slow car. It's just is there a reason for it or is there not a reason for it?
Yeah, but in the car example, it only works if there's a rule that you don't get stuck behind cars. It's like you're leaving a giant piece of the equation out and going, see, it works. But except that's not how it works at all. At all. There is no reason that Jack should develop an illness. There's no reason that Ben should develop an illness. Mm-hmm. Okay? There's no reason, because on this island, if your fucking legs don't work, when you crash, you can suddenly walk again. Mm-hmm. Or if you have cancer, it's suddenly gone. Mm-hmm. Right?
As a rule, obviously not.
What do you mean, obviously not?
Because Jack got appendicitis.
Yes, and why do you think that is?
I don't know.
In a situation where he is normally not supposed to get appendicitis.
Yeah, let's just watch the episode and see if I find out.
Yeah, I think you're going to be embarrassed by the end of this.
Probably. Yeah. Guess what? I don't know what's happening.
Listen, you got to let go of that car thing. That was a terrible analogy. That was awful.
A terrible analogy. God. Yeah. Sorry, Professor.
How come Michael can't die?
Well... Yeah. Because he's bad at suicide. Is
that just an accident?
Yeah, well.
He's bad at suicide. He's also bad at homicide. He's bad at somebody trying to kill him. That doesn't work either.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What about Mr. Friendly? Didn't he get murked? Mr. Friendly got murked.
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Let's find out.
Yeah. So remember, I'll bring you back to a specific moment to try to frame this for you. Do you remember do you remember how Boone died?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened to him to cause him to die?
Well, he got jacked up falling out of that plane, and then they tried to amputate his leg.
Why did he have to get in the plane?
Because Locke told him to.
Why couldn't Locke do it?
Because he was scared. Oh, his legs weren't working. Yeah.
His legs suddenly stopped working.
Yeah.
And then Boone had to climb in the plane, and then he died.
Okay, so then maybe there is agency.
So it's almost like maybe a couple of these people serve a purpose. That's just a theory. Mm-hmm. They serve a purpose and then they go. Mm-hmm. Because Locke's legs suddenly didn't work again.
And then they did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which he thought was because of faith.
Oh, and he almost died too. Remember, Ben shot him in that pit and left him there. And it was a mortal wound. And then here the sumbitch came perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So,
all right, so we're going to pause here, watch a little bit of the episode, and then we'll unpause and recap the episode, and then we'll come back and discuss. And then when we get toward the very end, I'm just going to risk whatever, and then we'll let you see Morgan's reaction to the end of the episode.
Okay, bye. Okay, so that was intense. Our first little go back.
Yep.
So completely blew over Sawyer jumping out of that helicopter because there's a bullet hole in it, so they're like leaking fuel. And Frank goes, "We gotta lose a couple 100 pounds." And then Sawyer leans into Kate, and you just hear him whisper something, and you hear, "My daughter didn't know." And then he gives her a big fat kiss. And that son of a bitch jumps out of the helicopter into the ocean to go back to the island. A very long swim. So I will entertain no more Sawyer disparaging. Zero. None. He's fully redeemed. He's a good boy. We're happy.
When he jumped out of the helicopter, that he retroactively went back in time and didn't hoard the medicine from everybody.
Don't care. He's a new man. So they're flying back to the boat where, of course, the bomb with the tracker, everything's going on. And then Kimi fucking dies. And so Locke's like, he's trying to plug the holes, and he's like, "Stay with me." And, oh my God, Ben is like, "Fuck them. Fuck those people. I don't care. Not my problem." And then Kimi's like, "Wherever you go, Widmore will find you." And then Ben goes, "Not unless I find him first." And then Kimi dies. So the little red light turns on the bomb. Bink. And Michael's like, "Get everybody off this boat. You gotta go." And I said jokingly, I was like, "Yeah, he can't die. It's just going to burn his eyebrows off if that bomb goes off. He'll be fine." Like,
unless he's served his purpose already.
Oh, so Jen stays and is helping him. Jen is like trying to cut wires and shit. I don't even really. He like kind of understands how bombs work, I guess. So they're working. Desmond runs off, and as he goes to the deck and he grabs up a bunch of life jackets, he sees the helicopter coming in, and he's like, "Bloody hell!" So he's waving, "Don't land! There's a bomb!" And Jack said, "Did he say bomb?" "Bitch, you cannot. You couldn't begin to guess what he's saying." But yes, he did in fact say bomb. And Frank's like, "I don't care what he said. I gotta win this bird." Lost.
And then off the island, Hurley.
Yeah,
off the island, Saeed is going to go bust Hurley out of the...
He pinks some guy in a car, goes in, and Hurley's playing chess. And I said, "Oh, he's playing with Charlie. Oh." No. Saeed's like, "Listen, you got to get out of here and go somewhere safe with me." And Hurley goes, "We're not going back, are we?" "We got to go back." And Saeed says, "No, just somewhere safe." So Saeed's like, "Bethlehem died." And Hurley's like, "Why are you calling him that? His name is..." Saeed's like, "Shut up, we're being watched." So Hurley gets up and he picks up his queen and puts it in the corner and says, "Checkmate, Mr. Echo. Our boy's back."
Wow.
Yeah, Hurley's like, "I regularly see dead people, so, don't add paranoia to the mix."
Okay. Now, Lost.
Lost.
All right. Back
Goodbye
to
again. Well, there's trouble in paradise, y'all.
it. Which paradise?
Depends on how you look at it, I guess. So, the boat is gone. Boat is gone. So, Kimi died. And the little nitrogen trick that Michael was pulling, which I really had faith in, did not work. Maybe it delayed the explosion. I don't really know. There was a clock on there, but I wasn't paying attention to it. So, Jen stayed with Michael and had this, diagram of the wires and shit. And then Michael was like, "You're a father now. You get out of here and you get your wife on the helicopter and you get her off this boat." So Jen's like, "Thank you, Michael." And he takes off running. But the helicopter's already gone. So he's down there screaming, "Hey!" His son's like, "We have to go back and get him." Whole damn thing blows up. Oh, before it blows up, Christian shows up behind the bomb and he goes, "You can go now, Michael." Michael goes, "Who are you?" But, hold the phone. Aren't there flash forwards back home where Michael is there, seeing Walt at his mom's house and all that? When did that happen?
No, that happened when Michael left the island.
Damn it, so he's like really dead. And Jen, motherfucker, and all those other B-list people that we didn't really know. So anyway, back on the island.
You seem real broken up about Jen's death, huh?
I am. That's so sad. And oh my God, the visual of Son, like seeing him standing on the deck and then the damn thing explodes. So she like watched her husband die.
Yeah, unfortunately, and her acting was fantastic.
So good.
Very
my God.
good.
I was like, damn, that really is her husband out there.
Hurt a little bit by the poor CGI of the boat sinking.
Yeah. It was whack.
Oh, it took me out of it just a little bit. Like, the only thing that kept me anchored to that scene at all was Son and her acting.
She's like, you can't see anything from up here. He's out there. We have to go. We have to go.
We have to go back.
We have to go back. She said it too. And, they're like, he's gone. He's gone. And just rough. It was rough. It was a rough scene to witness. Mm-hmm. Jen's a good dude. And so now that his little story arc is complete, I still don't understand how he's a Christ figure. Was it the Immaculate Conception thing? But it wasn't immaculate. I mean...
Anyway, so
there's that.
Mm-hmm.
So back on the island. Why am I blanking on his name? Yeah. Juliet's sitting on the beach with a bottle of rum, and here comes Sawyer swimming up. And he's like, "No, I'll stay for a dip." And then he goes, "What are you celebrating?" And Juliet says, "I'm not celebrating." And so Sawyer turns around and sees all the smoke, and he goes, "Is that our boat?" She said, "It was." And that's all he says. And she doesn't ask him anymore, like, "No, for real, like, what the hell are you doing here? What happened?" I guess she assumes.
She's in shock.
Yeah, that would be hard to deal with, I guess. Mm-hmm. That's like your one chance to get off this godforsaken piece of shit island. So, on this godforsaken piece of shit island, Ben turns on the time travel room with all that metal in it, and it sparks. Nothing happens, and he goes like, "I better go." So he's putting on a big, huge coat. And Locke's like, "What do you need that for?" Ben says, "I'm going somewhere cold." Locke's like, "Where's mine?" Ben says, "You don't need it anymore because you're the king." He said, "My people are 2 miles west of the river. Going
east.
Up there.
Yeah, east of the Orchid.
Yep, going up there. They'll do whatever you want. They're ready, willing, and able, baby. Get out there." And John's like, "Well, what am I supposed to do?" And Ben's like, "I don't know. You'll figure it out. But whoever moves the island never comes back. So, bye." And then he is getting ready to leave. I don't know where he's going.
Yeah, it just went.
Yeah, where the hell is there a cold place?
You'll see.
Yeah, he says that Jacob wants him to pay for. Jacob wants Ben to suffer the consequences, so that's why he has to go move the island. I don't really know why he said that.
Yeah, he's saying that Jacob didn't tell Locke how to move the island. He just told him that the island needed to be moved.
But Ben knows how to move the island.
Yes.
Okay. So he wants Ben to move the island. So Jacob wants Locke to be king now.
Okay. Ready?
Here we go.
See you in a minute.
Bye. It's gone. What? What is happening? What's happening? So the damn island's gone.
Right, which they saw already from you saying it was gone.
Sorry, I got tickled. I had a different picture for that, and I started giggling, laughing at my own face. So, man, let me tell you something. If I were those 5 human beings, I would never, ever get on another flying machine ever again.
Well, you know they do immediately. Like,
my God,
what?
That's the second time they have been in an aircraft crash into the ocean. So, damn almighty. Also, yummy little moment. Locke kind of walks up the hill over to the others, and Eyebrows comes out and he goes, "John, welcome home." And I said, "Oh, he's hooked. They got him. That son of a bitch is never leaving." But yeah, so then they all survive, obviously, and get on one of these little inflatable things and are just free floating out.
After the helicopter crashes,
Yes.
which we forgot to mention here.
No, I said that. That's the second time they've been in an aircraft crash. You
So,
guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen the show. So then they're floating around and, at this point, I'm like sick to my stomach for them. Like, I literally am like, bleh.
You'd be better off having just died in the accident.
Honestly, I would be so pissed off that I survived and now I'm floating in the open ocean and God knows where we know for a damn fact there's not ships or anything. But lo and behold, there's a boat. And it was great timing for Jack, because Hurley was like, "Wow, he really did it. Locke really moved the island." And Jack was like, "No, he didn't." And Hurley was like, "Well, dude, unless you're seeing something that I'm not seeing, the island was there and now it's not. So what happened?" And then right at that moment, Jack was like, "A boat." So, saved by the bell on that one. But it's Penny's boat. So Desmond and Penny are back together, and it's a beautiful, beautiful reunion. Desmond says, "I love you, Penny, and I'll never leave you again." So good.
So that's where we're at. So we're going to watch a couple more minutes, and then, because we're at 8 minutes to go, I'm going to turn this on with about 5 minutes to go. So we're going to watch a couple of minutes, and then we'll be right back to see the ending. All right, so we have just got off Penny's boat, and they've done the plan of we're going to get rescued from this Mbata island, and they just boated up to the island, and now we are back in the flash forward. And so
I'm a nervous wreck.
Is Jack in his car driving with a Band-Aid on his head. All right.
Dude, the pixies gouge away.
Sorry, it's 5 minutes left in the episode, so you're just going to sit with us, basically, while we watch here.
Got a Band-Aid on his forehead. Oh, he's at the funeral. Oh, we're going to find out who's in the casket. Who's in the casket?
Hofstrawler.
I'm sure that's an anagram. It's not visiting hours, dude. Law and Order? No. There's no F's in that. Oh, shit.
It's
About to break the window. Oh.
anagram for a flash forward.
Who's in the box? Who's in the box? Ew. He went to the back. What if there were multiple caskets? How are you going to know you're opening the right one? The music's giving me the chillies. Oh my God. Jeremy Bentham. I have chills. I literally have chills. Who is it? What's in the box?
Hello, Jen. Sorry. Didn't mean to scare you.
That's. Hello,
Did
Ben.
he tell you that I was off the island?
Yes, he did.
Why's he dressed like that?
When did you speak to him?
About a month ago.
And Kate?
Yeah. Yeah, he came to see her too.
And what did he say to you?
He told me that after I left the island, some very bad things happened.
Oh. Is it Desmond?
And he told me that it was my fault
Oh!
for leaving.
Uh-oh.
And he said that I had to come back.
Is it Desmond?
Yes, I heard that you've been flying on passenger planes.
What?
Hoping that you'd crash.
It's dark.
It's dark, Jack.
What did I say?
Why are you here?
I'm here to tell you that the island won't let you come alone.
Come on, buddy.
The island won't let you come alone.
Who's in the box?
All of you have to go back.
Poo-poo on that.
Saeed, I don't even know where Saeed is. Hurley is insane. Son blames me for. And Kate. She don't want to talk to me anymore.
Wonder why.
Perhaps I can help you with that.
Ben thinks he can help Jack find these people.
This is the way it has to be, Jack. It's the only way. You have to do it together, all of you.
You have to do it together. You have to do it together. Live together.
Die alone.
I have a few ideas.
I'm gonna throw up. Who's in the casket?
Jack, I said all of you.
All of you.
We're gonna have to bring him too.
Oh, damn.
Gotta bring the casket.
Oh, hell! Not John. Why's he there? No! No! Not the king!
Yeah. It was John Locke in the casket the whole time.
Jeremy Bentham. Didn't I call it and say that it was going to be Locke early on?
We'd have to look back, but yeah, so it's Locke in the casket.
Well, I hate that.
Yeah.
Damn it! He found a home and then he died, and then somehow he's mainland again. I thought I would have answers.
So, yeah, lot to discuss here. Well, kind of. I mean, we've hit the recap at least, so now we can just talk about how we feel about the episode. So, thoughts?
It was great.
What about the ending? All right, so
He did have very good impression of a dead person.
just to get it out of the way, in order to go back, they have to all go back together. Mm-hmm. Okay. Jack is, of course, like, oh my God, right? Because Hurley's insane. Saeed, we don't know where he's at, except he's breaking
Hurley out to go somewhere safe because he must know that. Oh, because Locke. So Locke's been going around telling everybody, you can't. Oh, they've all been visited by Jeremy Bentham, and that's Locke, and he was telling them don't do it.
And don't forget that we just saw, Saeed breaking Hurley out.
Uh-huh.
Hurley's been working with Ben,
Right.
right? Here on the mainland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am confusion. What?
Yeah, why would he be working with Ben?
I don't know, because Ben wants them all to go back.
Yeah. And
But
maybe
Locke-
Saeed wants to go back.
Now,
So otherwise,
That
why is he
man-
breaking Hurley out?
to take Hurley back.
Right.
Because that man has nothing to lose at this point. He's, whatever. Yeah, sure. Why not?
So how's John Locke go from being the new king of the island to in a casket on the mainland, dead?
That seems to be the way of John Locke. He gets to these big high points of woohoo, and then he fucks it up.
Yeah, I mean, can we wrestle with the fact that John Locke is dead? And at one point you said that if you wouldn't watch this show if John Locke died.
Yeah. I hate that. I hate that he's dead. He's a real bastard at this point. He's a self-righteous somebody. But he's also just a poor baby that just wants to be loved. And they said, welcome home, and now he's dead.
So,
Also, Kate, of course, in a very cute, sexy little matching pajama set, is in her house, and her phone rings, and it's like, so she gets this massive gun and runs into Aaron's room, and she's like, don't you dare touch my son. And then Claire turns around, and she, in a very American accent, says, don't go back, Kate. Don't you dare take him back.
yeah, I think it's just sounding intense, and so the Australian accent's missing a little bit.
She was like she was from Oklahoma.
Yeah, and of course they had to have Kate in the sexy little
just
nighty, like,
thin, breathable,
yeah.
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 Girl. Nobody sleeps in pajamas like that in their house unless they got somebody over. You're sleeping in the ratty, nasty shirt you've had for 15 years. That's what you sleep in because it's comfy.
So the only art within the art in this episode is the title, as far as I'm concerned. So the title of the episode is "There's No Place Like Home" for all three of the episodes. It's another reference to the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
There's no place like, and don't forget that she needs to say it 3 times and click her heels 3 times. There's no place like home.
Yeah.
3 episodes.
Oh.
And so the other thing in the Wizard of Oz. So in the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy's trying to get back home, and she had the power to get there the whole time, right? But she really needed Scarecrow and Tin Man and Cowardly Lion to get to the Emerald City. So it's borrowing that theme of like she got where she needed to go with a bunch of help.
Yeah,
right?
you got to go together.
But there's no place like home, and it's conveniently, what do they say to Locke when he shows up?
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
Right. So there's no place like home.
Home's where the heart is. So
Home's where the island is. So they got to get back to the island. So there's that. Also want to point out, this is not art within the art, but so John Locke, the name John Locke. So he takes his name from a philosopher, John Locke, who was responsible for the like tabula rasa theory, but mainly John Locke believed in like inherent human rights. So there are rights that you just get by being born, and you have it. Like John Locke believed that. Jeremy Bentham is the father of modern day utilitarianism. Okay, which is
the opposite of innate
yeah,
rights.
it's completely the opposite of innate
well,
rights.
who the hell picked that name?
Interesting. They could have picked any name to go on there.
Maybe that was like John's reclamation of self when he somehow got back to the mainland and he was like, you know what? Fuck all this philosophy. And that's what got him killed.
Maybe. So that's if he picked the name. So yeah,
Whoever killed him put that on him.
yeah. So Jeremy Bentham, completely the opposite. In terms of philosophers, they could scarcely have picked a name that was more opposite of John Locke.
I'm so sad. Jen's dead. Locke's dead. Michael's dead for real now. I thought he was just going to lose his eyebrows.
Yeah. So we're through season 4.
God almighty.
This is the finale. So obviously they got to get back now.
Good fucking luck.
So
Talking Kate into taking that baby back to that island.
So let's make some predictions about season 5. So I'm just going to tell you that there's 6 seasons, right? And there's themes in each season. I've mentioned this before. So
Yes.
season 1's the island. Season 2 is the hatch. Season 3 is the others. Season 4 is the freighter. Season 5 is the Dharma Initiative.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. We're going to
So-
get some context. Love that.
Season 5 is wild as hell. All right.
God,
like
okay.
it is, you want to talk about, if you think it's been confusing so far, learning Spanish is confusing when you speak English as a native language. But instead, let's do Japanese, right? Like, because at least you're hearing some Spanish every now and then. We
Yeah.
never. I know almost no Japanese.
No.
Sayonara.
Yeah.
That's it.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa and
Sushi.
sayonara. That's
I don't
it.
know. That's it.
That's it. That's all the Japanese I know. So that is how confusing season 5 is. It is absolutely, first of all, it's confusing. It is, right? Greg's going to have to set us straight 1.5 million times. He really will enjoy it, I'm sure, but he's going to have to set us straight 1.5 million times. But it's wild, but it is fun. There is a lot of fun stuff that happens in this season. The episodes are entertaining. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of comedy in season 5. It's like just mad stuff happens in season 5. Like even season 6, which, you know, the theme of season 6 is the smoke monster.
Okay.
But season 5 is insane. I'm excited about it just because it's mad. Like every episode, it'll take you back to that season 1 feeling of like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, even though it does, though, provide a lot of very good context, especially around the Dharma Initiative. You're going to get some answers in season 5. You will. So I think I have painted that appropriately for everybody.
I want to also point out that the mechanism to move the island was very funny to me.
Why?
It's just a big crank.
No.
Yeah, it was a big crank.
It was not just a big crank. It was a donkey wheel.
I don't know what that is.
So
But
it
what
was
I
a
wanted,
way.
hold on, time. What I wanted to say was, I thought Ben, the guy that plays Ben, that was a really beautiful job that he did with that. The struggle and damn, he was pushing more than just that crank. And he was crying, and it was beautiful. It was a good job.
So donkey wheels were used essentially for getting water out of wells, and you could
Hook a donkey to it.
Well, yeah, because they would never stop walking, because they're beasts of burden, donkeys. So it's appropriate, I think, that Ben is the one turning the wheel down there. So it'll definitely be appropriate for the last 2 seasons. But yeah, I agree. Very good. The struggle to free the wheel first, turn it, got to break the ice around the wheel. And I mean, just really good job by Michael Emerson.
Yeah, I really like that.
I think Michael Emerson is fantastic. I've said from the beginning of our show that Ben's my favorite character, and he's beginning his best arc coming up. So, really looking forward to season 5. What other stuff do you want to talk about from this episode before I pull up our messages in a bottle?
I don't
from
know.
weeks
I need
ago?
to go lay down. I got to process what just happened to me.
There's a lot. Now, do you think the island has agency?
I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean, it made all this shit happen. The visual of the island, actually going away was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, she said, I would throw up.
But to be in that helicopter, you're literally looking at it, and then it's just and gone right in front of your eyes like Houdini.
So let's talk about messages in a bottle real quick.
Okay.
So from Cabin Fever, our last episode, Daniel says, Joe, I know as a group we say this a lot, but this might just be my favorite episode yet.
Yay!
Also, genuinely did enjoy the therapy last week. All that stuff you said about baby young Locke breaks me too every time I watch those scenes.
Oh.
And Morgan, you nailed it when you said John Locke is the most tragic, sad character in the whole show.
I'm telling you, and now
then
he's
he
dead.
died,
Now he's dead,
right?
and it's even more sad. That baby was home. He found his home, and they took it from him.
Matt has shared a picture of me.
That shirt is confusing.
Yeah, me in the gold and white dress.
It's not gold and white. You're being so annoying. It's blue and black, and you know it is, and that's why
gold and white.
That's why he put it with your shirt
side by side. So it appears we have a new dress color controversy. What color is Joe's top, blue or gray? It's unequivocally gray.
That's so funny.
Literally. Greg says, aubergine?
What the hell is that?
That's probably a shade of gray, hopefully. I just said, it's gray. LOL. Matt says, the look of pure joy announcing the 10,000 views.
I look scary. You guys find the worst? Oh my god.
Wait for this
up
episode.
close,
Like,
oh no.
yeah,
Please
that's
be
gonna
nice to me.
Do some funny stuff with the screenshots this time. And then we'll pick
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we'll pick a winner next episode of the screenshots from this episode and give you a shout out. So I said I struggle through every episode with the glasses to improve the quality. Yeah, I really would like to be wearing my glasses right now. I am seeing nothing.
Good thing you don't need to. We're just talking.
Greg answers to Matt, yep, and also, the message is important when the glasses are on. Of course, I mean, I have to. It's rough. New episode already. This is, it's a real, I think it's so great that most of our audience is not American.
I guess.
Because when I tell you that Americans would never tolerate a 2-week wait
Hell
for
no.
something, they would never.
Now, when I was listening to my Dungeons and Dragons podcast that I love so much, when it was coming out, when I was listening to it like live, it was 2 weeks in between.
Yeah.
The Adventure Zone.
Yeah, but it's so great that our audience treats us.
You guys are so nice.
Yeah, it treats us like, oh man, this is quick. I don't have time to listen. It's like
it's not been a month yet.
So now we have notes from our executive producer Greg.
Okay.
Apologies in advance for the extra notes. You may be 2 little hillbillies, but you are little hillbillies. On top of all the things you said this episode had, it also had some excellent character development. Ben especially, done in the usual Ben Emerson award-winning style, e.g. the way he looks sideways when he gets busted for killing all the Dharma people, showing he's capable of at least some shame, a seemingly small detail but a harbinger of what's coming. FYI, you'd be hard-pressed to find more than a tiny handful of finale haters in this group. The main reason is the lengths I've gone to explain in detail the finale. Once people get it, their perspective changes. And he means the series finale.
Okay.
Fun fact, Locke actually passed the test. The problem was Alpert didn't have enough information to see that the knife was the right choice, a mistake he realizes over the decades, only for Locke to self-destruct once he got to the island.
Obviously.
Morgan, actually Michael did try and kill himself in the car too. That didn't work, and nothing was ever going to until he fulfilled his destiny.
Which was to not let the bomb go off immediately.
Also, the phone is a satellite phone, the same one we've seen the mercenaries hold before. And lastly, I'm glad you're doing the 3-episode finale as one episode. If it's a little longer, who cares? I really like the idea of starting your season finale podcast with a live reaction to the ending and then launching into your regular scheduled program.
Well, we did that backwards.
We did a
Sorry.
little. Well, I'm okay with it. Did a little bit the opposite. I wanted to kick off with something a little bit different this time.
It's special.
And Morgan cannot help herself with the recaps. I was thinking about it too when I was doing my recap earlier,
It's
and
hard.
just how you typically do yours. But it reminds me of when we tell stories from our day. So we'll come home and just to invite you in the greenhouse a little bit.
See what we did there?
So
we
we'll
used
come
to
home.
do Facebook Live videos, and we would call it the greenhouse effect.
Yeah, that was our podcast name.
It wasn't. We would eat spicy chicken nuggets and weird food.
Oh,
and stuff.
and Vegemite one time.
We did.
Yep.
It was not good, but that exists on Facebook.
You know
Go
what
find it.
though? Hot take though. I thought it was good with butter. So when I think I've mentioned this before that I have a friend who lives in Sydney, and he sent us the Vegemite, and then I tried it and said, "This is stank. Why'd you send me this?" And then he said, "Eat it with butter, stupid." Right? So then I tried it with some like butter on toast, and I thought it was really good after
It's
that.
like if you congeal soy sauce into a solid, that's Vegemite.
But it made it like not so sharp. Like I ate the butter and it just tasted salty after that. It was just like a salty kind of. Anyway.
Anyway, sorry.
Very good. So we called it the greenhouse effect. When we come home from work and we're talking about our days, I will give you pretty much the highlights of the story. So I'll give you like, you need to know this, this, and this, right?
But that's not what I want to know.
No, but
I want to know how you felt.
Morgan
how
will
did somebody smell
yeah,
today?
Morgan will tell you every single thing that happened.
Context is so important.
And then also how she felt while it was happening.
God forbid, I'll talk about my feelings.
And it was so funny because we've so many times we've sat down to do this, and I'm like, you've got to get through the recap faster, right?
And then it'll take 30 minutes to get through the recap.
Just so we can talk a little bit about the episode. And she's like, she
She's
said,
like, these people have watched the show. I'm like, yeah, well, I haven't. So I got to talk about my experience.
yeah. So are they? So season 5, it's not a huge spoiler at all because you'll know this in the first episode. The time will be split between trying to get everybody back to the island. Okay.
And the island.
And what happened when the island moved. Okay. So, obviously, that island has moved.
It's gonzo.
Well, it moved. So, it's not gone. It moved.
Also,
So,
Jack is so dumb. When they're in the helicopter and the island disappears, he goes, there's another smaller island that they took us to. Bitch, use your eyeballs and look around.
yeah, Lapidus is like, no.
There's just water. Why did Jack not see that with his eyeballs?
Jack,
He was panicking. Like,
Jack was a top-tier dumbass in this episode.
straight up.
There was there's a moment in the raft where Hurley said, Locke really did it, dude. He moved the
we already
island.
talked about it.
Yeah, but it's just struck me of like Jack.
Yeah, he's like-
Jack's like, no, he didn't. Right? And it's like from Jack's perspective,
Indignant child.
thank God Penny's boat showed up right then,
Yeah.
so Jack didn't have to deal with the fact that he was definitely wrong
Yeah.
in that situation. He's like, oh, the
Yeah.
boat.
No, he didn't. Oh,
Oh, the boat. We got to lie to everybody,
go.
by the way. If Jack were in that raft with me and I were Hurley, he would never get away with that. She'll tell you. Like, if Jack's wrong and that's like, he's going to hear it from me. I'm like, hold on a second, Jack. Let's just back up a second. We got a second before this boat gets over here.
they're way over there.
What was that you were saying about the island didn't move? Because I'm looking and I'm not seeing any island anywhere, right? Didn't see it at any point.
Insufferable.
Yeah, gone. Also, another funny thing we were talking about, I think the cameras were off when I mentioned this. When they get to Penny's boat, and of course Desmond's like desperate. He's like, "Oh, Penny, oh my
Yeah,
god!" Right?
well, you would
And
be.
he scrambles up the boat and he slings his leg over the side, and Penny's down there, and they kiss, and it's so romantic. But then they're like bringing everybody else up off the boat. Just put yourself in Penny's shoes for a second, all right? Because they pull him up one at a time. He's like, "This is Kate, right?" And then this is Son. And you got to think, right then, Penny's like, God almighty, Desmond. Like, what?
Cool.
I mean, seriously, neat.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, you love me, do you? Right?
Who's your favorite?
Yeah. I just thought that was funny. Because then, of course, I think after that is it Lapidus after that? Which,
No, it goes Kate, Son, Hurley, Frank, Jack. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I forgot Saeed.
Yeah, Saeed's maybe the next one. I don't know. But either way, like, it starts with Kate and Son.
Yes.
And I'm just like, oh my, if you're Penny, you got to think, like, oh my God, I've been looking for you the whole time. Just get back in the boat.
Yeah, just
Like,
fuck y'all.
Get out of here. All right.
Enjoy your baby.
Do we have anything else we need to discuss from this episode?
No.
Y'all, this has been so much fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed I don't get to do the recap very often. I'm pretty sure I did it for season 3 as well. We may make it a tradition that I'll recap the finales. Because, man, this was really fun. Really, really fun for me.
This was fun.
And listen, we are so excited to kick off season 5. We've got 2 seasons left.
Oh, by
y'all.
the way, Happy New Year, y'all.
Yeah. Happy New Year. Happens in Australia.
Also, Merry Christmas, because I don't think have we recorded since. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy any holiday that you celebrate.
Yeah. And happy any holiday that you celebrate. And, Australia celebrates all of them earlier. Deeply envious that it's warm there at the moment, because don't forget.
It's warm here. Hell, it's 60 degrees outside.
I want heat. All right, not 60. Anyway, we'll get into it.
Okay.
We are so excited for season 5. Thank you for coming along for the ride. And until next time, we will see you in another life.